Hello everyone, this is GM Lady Jane and welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about the Cozy Florist. It's a super cute cottagecore game where you get to plant and harvest flowers and make friends across the world. So let's get started. Today I was hoping to be able to discuss with you resident orders, right? um, Unlike the cute little people that show up in your shop, your resident orders come from this little board right here, and you can see all of my green check marks are filled. So, every last one of my slots is available. I have flowers to fill. Unlike your customer orders, which is when you have people actually standing in your shop, this one does not use vases. These are just flowers. Um, you'll get to see that each one, once you actually submit to them, gives you a countdown instead of um, kind of that like 3 to 3.5 minute time we talked about for the customer orders. This one actually shows you how long it'll take between each one. You can actually max out each day, not just the number here to your 60 to get your final prize, but you can max out each of these slots throughout the day to where it won't refill like this one and this one, especially where you get your cloud, what is it called? Cloud cloth, right? And your materials for your workshop. You can max those out where it won't give you any more for the rest of that 24-hour period that you're in. Um, so try to do that as often as you can because then that way you can rank. Your cloud cloth goes to your boutique over here and it allows you to be able to purchase, if I get it to go up there, it allows you to be able to purchase cute outfits or in a theme or costumes. Over on the other side, you can see at the very bottom, you've got your theme and your costume. Sorry, I said that without referencing where it was. Which is something you can be ranked on with your outfit charm. Another item is in your materials here, which unlocks at a certain point in time. I can't remember if it's 25 or 30, but it unlocks when your workshop unlocks. You get your items to be able to purchase whatever the upgrade is for your little area here and make it cutesy. If you go under this little tab here and you go to change appearances, you can change over into whatever it is that you've completed making in your workshop. Let's see, get out of this. Yep, that's fine. Leave it that way. So you'll want to make sure you do as much of these as possible because it does help you rank. Your workshop even is ranked at the very end once you unlock it. Your workshop prosperity to show how well you're doing with that. Something else I wanted to show while I was in here was this little group orders. When you do enough of your resident orders, it pops a group order for you at random. And then when you go under it, it's kind of rapid fire to fill those big group orders. And it eats a lot of your flowers that you have sitting in your inventory, which kind of stinks, but it gives you a ton of experience in return. So let's go ahead and see it. Uh, it's kind of like those old-timey games where you used to have to like push the right button fast enough to be able to get things because you do want to burn through as many of these as you possibly can. Okay, so here's your initial screen that it'll bring you to. You only get 50 seconds to be able to fill all of these, and it gives you a higher amount of rewards for how many you can get through. So we're going to start. I don't know if my brain will work well enough to be able to discuss kind of what's going on while I'm doing this, so let's see what we got. Start taking orders. I definitely, I have that, I have that, I have that, I have that. Here we go. It doesn't penalize you for hitting submit on a red that you don't have to fulfill, like this, but it does take a second. So then, you're not back to doing more of the orders. It kind of slows you down a little bit. That's the thing that it dings you with. And you can see as I'm going, hopefully it's not too fast, that it's changing how much experience I'm getting and how much money I'm getting, that kind of thing, for the ones that I can actually fulfill. I've never been really good at these kinds of games, the quick, reflex ones, so bear with me. It's not going extremely fast. Sometimes I can get it to go a little bit quicker than this, but oh, there you go. So in my 50 seconds, I was able to unlock 269,000 gold and 519,000 plus experience. You can also choose two when you're done if you want to spend a little bit of diamonds and do another round of group orders. I don't typically do this. Sometimes I'll accidentally hit the confirm button, but it's not something I've done regularly. Then it gets you back to your screen, and then you get to do your little orders again. Any of the flowers you have in your inventory are free game for these people to ask for. So it doesn't have to be flowers that you actually own and can plant on your own. It can be ones that you've picked up from a share or a trade center, or collected when you've gone to do your picks on your friends' properties. So watch out for that too, because like it showed on some of those, I didn't have enough to fulfill that big group order. It can also do that for these littler ones that come up on the board. Another thing too, you'll see that this one is a video. After so many times that you fulfilled an order in that slot, it will have you do a video for it. And these little ones seem to pop more frequently than the ones in the rest of this section, at least in my opinion, from what I've noticed. So you'll be doing videos quite frequently, which helps because in your down here in your shop, and if you slide all the way over to your theater, it will help you get through these a lot more quickly when you're doing these more consistently. If you're low level, you'll want to do as many of those group orders as you can because, like I said, they are really good experience, and they'll help you level up pretty quickly. But it kind of changes when you get up to like level 50-ish. It's only a tiny percentage of what you're going to need, which, it's still something you're not quite grinding out by spending a ton of time doing other things. So um, it ends up becoming whether or not you feel like it's worth it when you get to those levels, right? Um, yeah, I think that's about all I had for this. If you guys have any questions about resident orders, because this is one of the more basic mechanics of the game, go ahead and leave those in the comments below. If you found any of this to be useful or helpful, smash that thumbs up, and I'll keep putting out videos like this. Otherwise, I'll see you on the other side. Signing out.